Hello, people of YouTube. This ain't a review. In fact, we just got finished watching the Kent Shamrock versus Royce Gracie
The God
fight. Royce Gracie is fucking an amazing fighter. He has been since UFC 1 and he is an absolute legend. Royce Gracie is amazing. And coming into this fight with Ken Shamrock, the last time they fought was UFC 1, and Royce Gracie wrecked him in UFC 1. I mean, man, this fight had a lot of build-up going for it. I'll tell you that. And, yep.
You probably see a replay sometime.
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch the highlights of it on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't normally watch, like, MMA or UFC in general, but I've watched, a few, or at least a small handful of, Ken Shamrock's fights, and I find him to be a decent MMA fighter. In terms of, Gracie, I really never heard of him originally. Of course, again, never really watched MMA or UFC, but for his history, it's actually a pretty interesting history of him being, I guess, supposedly the first UFC champion, I guess, and having a constant history of like really nothing but submission victories, and just not really any TKOs of any kind.
Yeah, in fact, it's funny is the win of this fight was Royce Gracie's first TKO in his entire career. And they even pointed that out.
And that will actually go down in history for years and years and years.
It will.
Yeah. I gotta say, Kid Shamrock, I mean, in WWE, he was kind of like MMA anyways when he was in WWE. I mean, he taken out the ground in a hurry.
Funny thing is I talked about, of course, Royce Gracie wanting it to go to the ground. He wanted it to stay there so he could submit him. And Kent Shamrock is exactly wanted it to go to the ground. And it was going to be a bona fide submission slobber knocker, to say the least. It was going to be a lot of submissions. It was going to be a lot of groundwork. At least that's what we thought it was. What we didn't expect was Royce Gracie to knee him in the nuts. And the referee don't catch it. Of course, this ain't Royce Gracie's fault. It's the referee's fault.
Exactly.
Preceded by a knee to the head, which Royce Gracie has done that, so that's nothing new. But then taking him to the ground. Now, Royce Gracie is a submission artist, and I was expecting him to submit him, at least try. But Royce pretty much threw that out the door and said, "Fuck you," and pounded his face into the dust. He TKO'd him, and it was, wow. It was not what I was expecting at all.
Well, see, I thought he hit him in the head, but see, because that was late reaction when he kneed him in the nuts. He had late reaction to that.
Well, see, that's what the ref thought.
Yeah, because after that, he started beating the crap out of him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I mean, he started beating the shit out of his head.
Right. But I will say that I was greatly disappointed in this match. I thought it would, be, really promising, and it would actually show clearly a fight. Not
longer than it was.
Yeah, instead of, the usual, you knock somebody out via TKO or knockout in general within the first round, especially with two legend MMA fighters.
Yep.
You wouldn't see that, but with this, it only lasted for about, 3 minutes? Within the
first round, it was over in, 2 minutes?
2-3 minutes?
Yeah, it was a very, very short fight.
Yes, and like I said, it was very disappointing. But, however, I mean, you can't really blame the fighters. It was more of the ref's fault for not catching the knee to the groin. And So really, you have to blame it on the ref
Yeah,
for
well,
not
see,
catching that.
Shamrock got really mad at Gracie for no reason. She got mad at refs at Gracie.
It wasn't the legendary fight it was built up to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if this is their last fight, you know, I'll accept it, but I ain't gonna like it. But I am glad I got to see Royce Gracie come back and finally do another fight. He's still a great fighter. Ken Shamrock is still a good fighter. And it shows that even at their age and after all these years, they still know how to go a couple rounds, well, at least a round, against each other. So
If I was you, if I was a Shamrock fan or a Gracie fan, I wouldn't take nothing away from those two. I mean, they tried to do the hell of a fight.
they did. That fight would have been great. And like you said, TKO was unexpected.
Yeah.
That was the last thing I expected to see. So, is it worth a fight to like it's over? So of course you have to go watch the fight on YouTube or something, or on a network. It's worth watching to see history being made. And if you like Royce Gracie, you definitely should check it out. So we're glad we got to discuss it with you all, and we hope you enjoyed our thoughts on this match. So, peace.
See you.
Peace.